It's me, Dr. KSD. In celebration of Juneteenth, I wanted to share with you this piece of information that God dropped on my heart today. So first up though, let's get some history together. September of 1862, President Abraham Lincoln signed the Emancipation Proclamation freeing all slaves. January 1st of 1863, the proclamation took effect, freeing 3.5 million slaves. But in Galveston, Texas, there were still people operating as slaves and slave masters acting like they didn't know the Emancipation Proclamation was a thing. Anyway, and so it wasn't until June 19th of 1865 when the Union soldiers finally marched onto those plantations to tell them irrefutably, you are free. And you have been free for 2.5 years now, that they were finally able to embrace the truth. What God laid on my heart today was this. They could have walked off that plantation and enjoyed their freedom. They literally could have walked off. There was nothing keeping them there except the lies of the slave owners. The lies held them in bondage. The lies kept them in the prison. How many of you are stuck in your own self-imposed prisons because of the lies of old negative mindsets, tired old traditions, and past hurts? How many of you today are not experiencing the full life that God created you to live? How many of you are not living the extraordinary life that you have been preordained to live because of the lies that have been holding you hostage? And not because of slave masters, but because of family sometimes, and because of friends and society. God laid it on my heart today that there are so many people who are living imprisoned today when we should all be free, who are imprisoned because of the lies of other people that are holding you hostage, that are keeping you in bondage, trapped in a prison that you can easily walk out of at any moment in time. All you have to do is trust what God has put here and trust what God has put here. You're not imprisoned by other people, literally, but figuratively. Your mindset has been trapped by the lies of those who have an ulterior motive. They need you to stay because they need you. They're too afraid to do it. They're too afraid to leave. They're too afraid to take a chance on them, so they don't want you to take a chance on you. They need you because you maybe financially take care of them, so they don't want you to leave. Maybe you have been their security blanket. Whatever the reason is, you have been lied to, and you are trapped in your current situation because your friends need you, your families need you, health, society needs you. And you cannot live to your full potential because they've told you the lie. And that lie has been such a strong force in your life that you can't even see the truth in front of you. That's why we continue to be in the situation we're in today. We should be far beyond the point that we are in now. But so many are still held hostage by the lies of those who need them. They need you to stay exactly where you are, because if you take a leap of faith and take a chance on you, then they lose. As long as they can hold you hostage, you lose and they win. But the minute you step out in faith, the minute you start believing in you, and the minute you start believing that dream, that desire that God put in your heart, and you believe that God gave you the dream, so he clearly has to have given you the means as well. The minute you start taking a chance on you, you will win. and they will lose. And you will get to experience that extraordinary life that God has already preordained for your life. Take a chance on you. You have been free for so long. God never intended for us to be imprisoned by anything. But isn't it the lie of the snake that tricked Eve into eating the fruit? The reason they got kicked out of Eden, out of paradise? Eve forfeited paradise for a bite of an apple. What are you forfeiting? To stay connected to the very people, the very things that actually are holding you hostage.